they would play me like it'd be football. You remember they played Lonzo Ball his debut game?
Yeah, they just let him shoot.
They hacked the hell out of him. They play me like, you best believe I'll suit up there. It's gonna be ego ball. It's gonna be personal. So I would have a hard time getting 10. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah.
Every player who stuck me would be like, you ain't doing that to me.
Yeah, facts. Wow, what's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Kenny Chao. We are back with another video, man. If you're new, you guys already know what to do. Click that subscribe button right now, because we have a very, very special mukbang. Not even special for y'all, it's special for me. We have the legend right here next to me, the professor.
Hey, humble, my bro.
Oh, dude.
Let's go.
So I've been telling you guys know, we love the mukbangs on the channel, but this is a very special one just because I grew up watching you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my mukbangs are really just kind of my homie creators that I deal with, but I grew up watching you, like, just street ball, like, even when the internet was just so minimal. You know, now the internet's everything, but back then, like, if you see a highlight, it was like carried on forever. Yeah. Like, if you saw a mixtape, if you had a mixtape, you were like them, like you were a legend, you know what I'm saying? So I saw all your mixtapes, bro, the &1s to the ankle breakers to the Spider-Man costumes, just everything, man. So I just want to say, for me, I gladly appreciate you, because it helps everybody.
Hey, it means
you know,
a lot,
like,
bro.
It goes a long way. But
oh, for sure, bro.
This was special, bro, and I'm geeked up. I don't know. I'm
sure, bro.
Smiling, so, man, we got some HiHo burgers.
I'm hyped to be here with you. You know what I'm saying? I love what you're building. So,
dude, I gladly appreciate it, for real, man. This is going a long way. So we got some HiHo burgers. We're in the beautiful city of Marina, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so a lot of my mukbangs, I used to ask my own questions. I'll probably go through it, but I got a lot of fan questions.
Let's go.
You know, a lot of fans want to know what's up.
Let's get it.
I guess my first question is, how'd you come up with the professor? Like, what? Yeah. You know, like, the professor. In my head, I'm thinking, like, I kind of know, but I want to hear everything about it, man.
Well, you know, back in the day, it's like you couldn't even, it would be like corny if you gave yourself a nickname. You know what I mean? Right. You know how people today, they start their social, start the YouTube up, give it a swaggy name or whatever. Like, back in the day, it would have been corny if you were walking around like, I'm so-and-so, because a name had a credibility value to it. So they would have been like, you're who? Oh, you think you're that? You know what I'm saying? So I was on the &1 mixtape tour.
Look at the whole on headache. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah!
It was like just a few games in, and big shout out to Duke Tango, Godfather of Street Ball. He gave me that nickname. He said I was schooling people on the court, but I think he also just thought I looked like a professor. Yeah. I used to have a different hair color, like comb my hair to the side or whatever.
Okay.
And I think it was like reminiscent of a professor, but then he would say like, I'm schooling people, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So yeah, big shout out to Duke Tango, but he gave me that in '03 on the &1 mixtape tour. And it was an honor too, because you know, he named like a lot of the legend, like my big bros, you know what I'm saying? From, you know, Main Event, Shane the Dribble Machine, Ali Mo, Headache, all them dudes. He gave a lot of them AKAs. Not every single one of them dudes, but like a good share of them. You know what I'm saying?
Did he give Hot Sauce his name?
No, Sauce had his name in Atlanta, but then he would always give his own remix to it. He'd be like, it's the Sizz, man, the Hot Sizzle. You know what I mean? So he had like, if you were already stamped, he'd have his AKA of you too that he did also. Like Skip to My Lou, I think got named by one of the other dudes up at Rucker. And you know, but he'd remix it up. So
dude, that's so crazy, bro.
Are we eating? Are we going in?
Man, yeah, we can grab a little bit, bro. You know, if you guys don't know,
I'm ready to go.
HiHo Burger is actually a really good burger spot. I highly suggest trying it.
Super.
Yeah, it's a little bit pricey. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry about that. Let's get it. They're a little bit pricey, but you know, you might as well just try.
We know it. We both live in Marina. He used to live in Marina. I live in Marina now, so like, it's crazy.
I love Marina, bro. Marina's a beautiful city.
Marina's the vibe for sure.
All right,
for sure.
When did you start hooping, I guess? Like, when did you start, like, I guess, hooping for fun, but then you realize you could be serious with it, you know? Like,
I started hooping when I was actually 2 years old. Like, my pops put the ball in my hands young because it was his passion. So my dad, he owned a jewelry business for, you know, like 50 years.
Okay.
Owned a jewelry business, but
here in LA or in
no, where I'm from, in Kaiser, Oregon, super small town.
Oh, you're from Oregon.
Hour south of Portland. It's actually right in between Portland and Eugene, like right in the center.
Okay.
But yeah, so he didn't play college ball, he didn't play pro, but he just had a passion for the game, playing in men's leagues, playing pickup, and all that just like wore off onto me at a super young age. I think by 2nd or 3rd grade, I wanted to make the NBA. That was like my dream. at least I knew I wanted to play ball. And then, yeah, later, I think by about like 4th or 5th grade, I started to see I had some talent, you know, being at the top of my class or whatever. And then the handle, man, I learned in 4th grade I had like a knack. It was like a gift for emulating. So like I could pick up moves like quick, like in a week, you know what I mean? So I remember, shout out to Rodney Howard, one of my trainer, you know, that my parents got me. I was in 4th grade, and he showed me like the in and out crossover, and then he showed me that AI cross. But all those moves I learned like fast. Like I mastered the AI crossover like by like, you know, I don't know, like right away, you know what I mean? To the point where I'm crossing over adults, and like I was like, I'm tall as this table when I was in 4th grade. So like I knew I had a gift for ball handling like early.
So do you think ball handling is like a gift sometimes? Like, you know how like some people are athletically built, like jumping, I guess, or even physically built. Do you think ball handling and even like shooting is like you think that's like genetically gifted?
I think yeah, I think there's gifting that comes with it, but I don't think it's like some people who do like a 360 windmill, like you can't really work your way to that.
Right.
But I think you could work your way to having a handle. Some people are more gifted than others, right?
Yeah.
Just like from the jump. I think like for me, like I know my gifting was I learned it fast, you know what I mean? Like somebody show me, even today, I can like see somebody do a move, I might do it. I might do it the next time I hoop. It's just like a gift, like I could just go do it. But I think if people get their reps in and play a lot, certain things can become second nature, unlike a dunker, unlike speed, unlike quickness. Like you could build that too, right, to a certain extent. But I think people have ceilings. I think with the handle, maybe there's a ceiling with different people with that too, but I think it's acquired skill, like shooting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think like the instincts weigh in though, like how natural can you react to a defender doing something?
Right.
It might show in your instincts a little bit as opposed to your skill. Because I've seen people who can do a lot of moves nowadays, but they're like mad stiff, or like they don't really know how to react to it, like in a game, or or versus like high level comp. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they have a ceiling with, it's like they had a handle versus the homies at the park, but then you got in the real run, you didn't have no handle no more because it wasn't catered for that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't put in work against that level of comp. But you know, don't even trip, bro. Look, I'm not an elitist when it comes to this basketball thing. I show love to everybody. I think the game is just fun. You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely, as I got older, I just appreciate basketball. Like I see it as like a sport that brings people together. Really, like you meet so many people through basketball. It's like the craziest thing. You know, like you'll get people that love watching basketball that never play basketball, and then you'll get people that do both. And I think that's the beauty of it, because it's like, oh man, like I love basketball. I love watching basketball. Even in the Asian culture, like they just love basketball, but they don't play basketball. It's crazy. It's like a lot of us don't play it, but
the Philippines, I do.
Yeah. Well, okay, so like, you know, like the Philippines will play a lot. You know, the China League, but
China's blown up.
A lot of like even my older, like my uncles and even my aunties, like they love basketball, but they just don't play it. They're just oh my god, like it's an amazing sport. But
and I love that. Like when a fan tells me like, yo, I don't even mess with basketball, but your videos, yo, I'll be watching. When I see that in the comments, I'm like, man, I love that, because now we're reaching outside of the audience,
right? And
it's humbling, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's a cool thing, man.
Yeah.
All right, so you played an and one. Is that the highest? Like, would you say and one's a more of an entertainment league or a competitive league?
Like actually, it was never a league. It was exhibition games. So
okay,
a lot of people think that, right? It looked like a league, you know. But
they're like games. Okay, I get what you're saying.
No, it was like a rock star tour. It was hip hop basketball. That's what it was. It was hip hop basketball, and very competitive, contrary to what people would think. There's a lot of rumors about the skill level that aren't true.
Right.
But super duper competitive. Everybody was a pro level hooper. Let me say 99% of players were pro level hoopers, and I think that so it was exhibition games. It was the and one team. There was only like 15 slots. You know what I'm saying? I think by the time it split or it started to go downhill, there's maybe 17 guys contracted to the mixtape tour.
Yeah.
But we would go play like the best of each city. But at that time, it was really the best. Like if you go to LA, we playing the best of the Drew, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we had the best of the Drew on our team. So and one was comprised of an all-star team of all the best leagues. So you had the best of Rucker, the best of Drew League, the best of Berry Farms. So it was like a pro level game, you know what I mean? So, you know, there's like rumors that say like, it wasn't high level,
right,
or like,
right.
you know. And I think like Hot Sauce was one of the faces of it, right? Hot Sauce's game, like, conventionally didn't fit like the pro scheme, so I think it gets a bad reputation on that. But Hot Sauce was mad nice though with what he did. I seen him shake NBA, you know, I seen him kill NBA players off with his style, or overseas dudes that had him lost, you know what I'm saying? And even just at a playing regular pickup ball, like Hot Sauce was actually nice though. Like when he was super quick and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like in 02, 01, 03, 04, Hot Sauce was like nice. So like I think it gets a bad rap based on just false presumptions, because now the narrative can change so long ago, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, but it was very high level. Like I compare it to the YouTube Hooper environment, it's just not even the same, you know what I'm saying? And that's no knock, because I love everybody's hustle. Like, YouTube's opened it up to where we can all do our thing and it's fire. Yeah. But when it comes to that level, that's why I didn't even try to recreate it. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? You got to go to no-name hoopers who are like high, almost in the league. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. It was not, it wasn't college level. You know what I mean?
So you don't think they could run that back? You don't think they could get that level of...
I do. I think anything's possible, but I think that it would just take a huge effort and take a lot of money. And then it needs a mainstream show. You know how it is now. Like, we look at the views we curate, but like, if you were gonna sign players to the entity, can't be for a YouTube channel unless the money just lures, I guess. But like, it needs to be a splash, like, and to live up to the hype and the legend of AND1, it gotta be on Netflix. It gotta be like big, you know what I mean? So I've looked into trying to revamp it myself. It's just, I just like, for me in my career, it's like I'd have to kind of dedicate everything to the bring back. But part of me is like, man, it's old school. Let it be. I'm ready about the new school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm more into like what's going forward. So.
TikTok and like, I guess just challenging and stuff like that.
Yeah, and AND1, you know, they smash it at Walmart. They smash it being the head sports brand at Walmart. So like, they ain't thinking about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, they ain't thinking about it at all.
Are you like one of the only ones that, I guess, I wouldn't say capitalizes the word, but it more of like adapted to the social media change out of that whole AND1 group, you know? Because I feel like I don't really hear too much about Hot Sauce no more. I don't know if his name's correct, but it was like Air something. He was like a crazy dunker. Air up there. So like, I don't hear about them no more, you know? Like, did they just kind of got over it, or what? I don't know if you talk to them anymore or what it is, but
yeah, well, I think it's a combination. So like, when I first got on, or when I was playing on the AND1 mixtape tour, we were all on social media. We actually all had MySpace. We all had Facebook. We had Facebook. But we were using it to get the girls, you know what I'm saying? So for us, it was like a dating site.
Yeah.
And, you know.
You got your top friends.
Yeah, it was like, you know, we famous, so we coming to town, we, you know, whatever. But that was the whole thing. But we didn't, you know, I was the only one that viewed it as a marketing vessel. But I think partly it's just because I'm younger. Like, you look at some of these young cats, bro. Like, I'm sitting on 7 mil subs on YouTube. I know dudes who got 13 mil in 3 years. Yeah. Or a year they jump in 5, but it's because they're more privy to the tech. You know what I'm saying? They're coming in knowing the tricks, tips, cheats, strategies, media, just have a better feel for media in general because they're young, they're just more privy to it. Like for me, I have to hang around young dudes. I gotta hang around young dudes to keep me fresh. Like you said your OGs, they like my age, they don't even get YouTube and what you're doing. Yeah. It's true. Like I hang around 20-year-olds who kind of like, what's the late, I know TikTok trends and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like you suggested that one for me this morning. It's 3 other people did too.
Oh really? That's what I'm saying.
But it's because like I'm trying to be in them circles that talk about that. And so I think that's what happened with me and AND1. I was seeing people overseas come up to me like, yo, I seen your YouTube vids, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Yeah. And I was like, YouTube? This is 04. Yeah. So I go back and did my research, and they had a Professor mix, a Hot Sauce mix, a Main Event mix. It's because they ripped our best highlights. We put it in. And put it on there. And you were saying how back in the day the mix stuck longer. You just search basketball, Professor joint would come up. That's in crazy. YouTube, just basketball. Yeah. No, So I noticed that, and I'm like, dang. So I'm like, this got to people overseas. I'm like, this is like free. What I said at the time, I called it free distribution, because they used to call, like, if you're on a network, you have distribution or music. You know, it's a music term. Yeah. But I'm like, this is TV. That's what I say. It's TV. It's distribution for free. So especially when the decline, I was flooding YouTube 05, 06 just to get bookings, but I wasn't doing it right. We flooding YouTube on my homie's channel, but there was no AdSense back then.
Right.
So when AdSense came out, it just happened to be the same year I went completely broke, and then when it was over, so I started my own YouTube, and I was doing it to get bookings. I was the first YouTube hooper on accident.
What were you doing?
I still played in exhibition games, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But like you get small dollars compared to our, you know, I made over $500,000 several times with, you know, during my whole course of the animal, a few $1,000,000. Right. So it was small money now, but you could get a DM on YouTube. You know what I'm saying, back in the day, and you could get bookings. So like I had my booking email, and like I was getting gigs in Brazil and Russia,
that's tight.
Africa, you know what I mean? So
sheesh. And just hooping? You were just going to these exhibition games?
It'd be like they do street ball games. Street ball games were aside from An 1 too, because it was the wave. Like people don't even know. Like An 1 was more popular than the league. Like the players in the league who were the all-stars were more popular than An 1. But like An 1 just in general, way more popular than like the Milwaukee Bucks or whoever at that time. Yeah. Like it was literally more popular than the league. Like you talking about 50 times a week on ESPN. It was spinning all night. You know, they only had like 5 shows on SportsCenter back then, but that's the only sports outlet. There's really like, how many outlets were there? Like 5 major TV sports outlets?
No, there's probably less than that.
It was ESPN, ESPN2, little CNN, little
sometimes you'll see
Fox.
SportsCenter maybe. But.
Yeah, so those street ball games, other people try to capitalize, bring us out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would still do those all the time, or anything, you know. At that time, I'm taking any game. Right, you know what I'm saying? You want me to pull up and play one, so I'm there. How much? Cool, let's get it.
Damn. So you was just going to country at that time then, and just hooping. So you was really living a dream then. I mean, if you think about it, you get to go country to just like hoop is like. Was it more like work?
During An 1 was the dream for sure. I think after we went broke, more of a nightmare, because you gotta think. Our egos are huge too. You know, An 1 early 2000s, like the ego era. I mean, it's egos every era, but like we was on the killing it, and it was a lot of pride involved in like you being on top, right? So now I go from there to, I remember I went to a UCLA game, I think late 2009. Mind you, our TV show ended like mid 2008, but it had aired a lot less like 07 and 08 than years prior. Yeah. So I went to a UCLA game, and only one person recognized me, and they came up to me like, "Yo, didn't you play in a tournament or something on TV?" Yeah. They didn't even know what An 1 was. Yeah. One person at a UCLA game, whereas like 3 years earlier, I'd have security go to UCLA. Yeah. Game. I mean, it's hit unless we sit in courtside, but. So the pride, the ego was hit hard, and then like, we do as international games, but it'd be like once or twice every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? The check was tiny. You used to make millions of dollars. Now you going to Japan for $1,000, $1,200. You'd be like, damn, don't hit the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it depends how you view it. If I'm in my early 20s, you're going to Japan to play a game. It's lit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But after you've been on that run, and you had an endorsement deal, and you're literally top of the culture. Like we knew it was popular. We didn't quite. I don't think I quite knew how advantage I could have took of it in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? At the time, it was top of the culture. Yeah. But it's just a big hit. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that, man. Because I just feel like fame back then was so much more different than nowadays, because nowadays anyone could be famous. You don't even know.
Saturated.
You know? Yeah, it's like
so saturated,
insane, and you could low-key be fooled. That's the thing. It's like you don't really know if they have that kind of motion, I feel like, until you see it in person. So like you say, you walk in a game, and if everyone's like, oh, take a picture of this, take a picture of that, and I'm like, because sometimes me and my homies will go to like a high school game, and everyone would know us, and then it'd be like maybe an ex-NBA player. Sometimes they might know them, and it blows my mind, because I'm like, wow, like social media is really crazy now, because
and everybody's ecosystem a little false too. Yeah, you know, like a lot of people, it's easy for you to be your person and you to see your fanfare and your feedback on the videos, and your family thinks you're a big deal, and the homies think you're super famous, so you'd be like, I'm famous, right?
Facts.
Not knowing that like that's your view and your ecosystem. Not that your grind ain't dope and you still might have a little fame, don't get me wrong. But like when it comes to like that culture convo, I think a lot of people's ecosystems are too unrealistic, but it's magnified because they're, you know,
all their people are telling.
Exactly. Like I met Arak. I did a collab with Arak, right? He said he grew up on my vids.
No.
Oh
no. Massive L.
Wow, man.
I like talking to other YouTubers too, you know, because like sometimes you know, you don't get other people's perspective of how they do vids and how they view the whole scape of things, you know what I mean?
I guess my question is, man, you're talking about ego, bro. Like,
how do you want me to pick off where I was at over there?
Yeah, you can,
okay,
you can definitely pick up. All right, sorry, y'all.
We had pick up that exact line.
We had to move, man. The dude, you know, he's doing his job, bro. You know, but he just had to do his job at the same time. We're doing our job, but it's all good, man. We found a new spot. I don't know what you. I don't know what you were touching on.
No, I was just saying people's ecosystems,
okay,
and how popular they are. Like, it's kind of skewed sometimes because they're them. You know what I mean? And you hear your friends buzz. But like, I met Eric. He said he grew up watching my vids and it was cool. And I'm like, here's a dude who started 3 years ago. He got 13 million subs.
Damn.
But he didn't even know there was a basketball community. He didn't even know
at all?
There was a YouTube Hooper community. No.
What the heck?
But
and he does basketball videos?
Eric, no, he does like Mr. Beast videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's killing it right now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he saw my vids. He's like, it's so crazy. He's like, you found a niche that nobody on all of YouTube even does. And I was like, I see where you're at with that, but you'd be surprised. You know, I even went to the, you know, White Man Can't Jump premiere, and like Hollywood even has its other view of whatever. Like, I only did 2 media outlets on the carpet. The other people were like, who's this guy? We don't know. And that's the White Man Can't Jump basketball thing. But you know, Hollywood has its own scope, and that's kind of more mainstream and more that culture combo. So I think, you know, it can be interesting, just social media and how people view things. Right?
I think they're slowly pushing to the creator side, though. How I see it, just, you know, you see a bunch of, you were in a movie. I seen, you know, a couple other, a couple other homies in movies now. I'm like, okay, like they're slowly kind of giving us that chance. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. So, I mean, my question is, bro, how do you put your ego to the side in order to take that next step? Because I feel like a lot of people have that ego and it stops them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like I really want to do that video, but I know maybe it might hurt my ego, or if it's like I want to collab with that person, but my ego, you know, something like that. Like, how did you continue to just keep going up? I mean, you talk about AND1 saying you were a top dog and then it stopped, but what made you keep just going, you know?
I think at that time, probably just the love of the passion for the game, you know what I mean? Like, and being competitive, you know, the passion for the game, being competitive, trying to bounce back. Praise God for social media, you know what I'm saying? That was like a second chance for me, you know what I mean? And I had no idea that it would be like this, where it's almost a second chance, but more people are more identifiable now than back then. So, you know, praise God, it was good. But I think also moving forward after that, for me, more it's about being grounded in just who you are. Like, I'm Christian as of 2011, so I'm always gonna stick to, I'm not gonna moral compromise for anything. And then also knowing that God gifts us with I mean, you gotta put in your work, but you know, you gotta meet God halfway. But you know, the gifts, the opportunity, He all allowed it to happen. So you gotta stay in this major gratitude, you know what I mean? Like, if you get a little spark of, you know, fame in showbiz, or a chance to live your dream, like you were saying, you gotta live in gratitude, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to like be thankful and don't ever like moral compromise, you know what I mean?
No, I love to hear that. All right, one more question from me before I get into the fan questions.
Okay.
All right, I know you've been through a lot of injuries, man. You know, how do you keep pushing yourself? Like, how are you like, I'm gonna just keep hooping, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hang it up yet, even at your age and what you went through. Like, how are you still driven to continue to just play basketball, you know? Like, I'm sure it's hard, you know, it's not easy. I partially torn my MCO, and I really thought I was like done. I was like, man, I can't hoop. My parents are like, bro, just stop. Like, you know, you have other stuff to do, responsibilities. I even like tore a disc in my back. It ripped, and I was like, man, like I couldn't even walk for a minute. I was like, but I love basketball. I was like, oh my God, like I can't get away from it. Even when I was injured, I was just dribbling or shooting, you know. But I know you had some like crazy injuries to where it almost questions, like, you know, do I come back and whatnot?
I think it was a combination of things. Number one, like I said, it kind of goes back to just the love of the game. We live in the dream, right? So it's like, if you have a major injury, like for example, rupture my Achilles,
bro, that had to be, I can't even imagine that.
18-month recovery. But you know, but I had to ask myself, all right, so we're living the dream. We love what we're doing. I do feel like it's my purpose in this season. You know what I'm saying? My God-given purpose in this season. So it's like, do we give it, why would we give it up? I asked him, you know what I'm saying? So I think the answer would be no, because God allowed a way for me to financially sustain, had tons of leftover footage that I put out. And then, like, you know, sports therapy come a long way, you know what I mean? Like the MCLs, those are a few months, you know, you hop right back to it. Achilles is the GOAT injury, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only other thing you do is do an ACL and some other stuff, but that's the GOAT injury of it all. So if I can get through that, everything else minor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I broke my fibula recently, but like, you know, a few months, what's that compared to 18?
Dude, 18
we good.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? And honestly, yeah, staying ahead on content's big too, though, from a business standpoint.
Right.
Because then when you're injured, you continue to upload that content. Because I think like the whole like live the injury as it happens with the audience is a bad play. That's the bad branding play in my opinion. Yeah. To me, you should live off your content you already done or compilations or whatever, and then once you recover, then drop the story of the injury and then get through it really fast. Because like, even when I had my Achilles, some people hit me today like, are you over your injury? I'm like, oh yeah, it was 5 years ago, but damn. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes those narratives can stick with people too long because people just see things at a glance. There's very few people that culture somebody's, like, really see all your content. You know?
Yeah.
So that's how I view it. I think it was a combination of those questions, my passion for the game, what's the future goals, all that. But I'm like, that was my convo with LeBron. I'm like, hey man, I'm really trying to go longer than LeBron.
Longer, yeah.
And I told him, I was like, you're my inspiration. You can do that at the highest level.
Yeah.
It certainly can motivate me to do it at the YouTube level.
Right. Nah, LeBron, I saw something where he broke it down at how much he spends on his body. I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got that investment, the funds, it makes sense.
And I do too. I mean, I don't spend $1 million. Obviously.
Yeah, right.
We don't have that LeBron money.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot though. You see my bills on the sports, shout out to Sports Rehab LA. I go there
just
twice
everything in general.
Yeah, because even with the Achilles, you actually have to, if you want to play high level, you actually have to rehab it for life. So I'm at Sports Rehab LA twice a week in the Valley, and that's where I get my workouts in. But I'm a runner. I love living in Marina, all the beach views. I'm a runner, and then also hooping, right? Even a TikTok video for me, if I do a dribble combo, sure, I might take 30 to 50 take. That's a workout. So I just stay crazy active, but the bill on that treatment is no joke. But you need it. You gotta. Nowadays, we're finding that investment, could hoop into your 40s and be healthy. It's just, you know, it's how bad you want it.
Dude, yeah, I tell people all the time, you gotta take care of your body, because like, I used to get massages when I was hurt, like if I was feeling hurt, but now I'll get massages to prevent me getting hurt, you know?
Yeah, it's good, just to stay limber.
Yeah,
you need it. I think everything counts. I think movement, like I run, and yeah, it's cardio by default, but I actually really run more just to stay moving. It's like, I call it oiling your joints, you know what I mean? Or like the Tin Man, like you put the oil, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay moving just so your joints will stay oiled. And then, like you said, that's injury prevention too. So the massages, the crazy, never stop moving. Even if you're injured, find another way to move while you can, while you're down. That rehab forever. I strengthen little muscles in my foot. Like the first half of my career, I never even thought about that, right? But like, I do like band work and roll a towel up with my foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I already know.
More water.
You just learn about your body as you go through, especially when you get older, for sure. So yeah, content built up for 18 months.
Man, praise God, it was a good look.
That's insane.
You know what it was though?
Bro.
Back then, I learned a lot from it too though. I was a perfectionist. Like, even the way I do YouTube now though, I feel like you should brand your best foot forward. You know, it's like, think about Michael Jackson, right? Do you think Michael Jackson, when he puts out his DVD, his concert DVD back in the day, he's not gonna put out the one where he slipped on the stage? Like, it's just never gonna make it. So I was like on some, like, you gotta only put out your best foot forward. Like, I feel like the internet should see the best version of yourself, if it's not like a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best version of myself was probably, they might not be able to tell the difference, because when I put the videos I didn't like out, they just weren't like epic hero endings. So they still were lit though. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that too. I'm like, oh, this works too. Like, I put just rando 1v1s in Taiwan that I didn't use from that trip 5 years ago. I put those out and I was like, oh, these get 1 million too? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
So you just stacking stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't lie, right? But I think if it's still true to your narrative, you should put the best version of yourself out. That's how I view it. I think, and that doesn't negate losses or whatever, but I just think, like, you know, be a perfectionist at your craft and your work, you know, treat it like a musician. That's how I've always done it. So what wasn't like, you know, what I put on wax like a musician, I had a lot.
Yeah. No, that's crazy, bro. I can't even. 18 months, I'm like, thinking like, I would just do reactions all day if I had.
Yeah, and we got creative too. There was some talking videos, and like, you know, I'm only uploading twice a month. You know, I think I've always been. That's one of the weaknesses of my brand. Never upload enough. If I had to pick a weakness, I just don't upload enough. Like, I'm still trying to get to that. Like, I'm doing that once a week now, but like, it's not easy. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro.
And I miss a week here and there all the time, and it drives me nuts. But you know, still striving. So
traveling, just a lot of things.
Travel, sick, injured. Oh, you know, life tragic. You know,
anything.
Heartbreak. You know, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything.
Heartbreak will probably be the worst for you. Actually, heartbreak might ignite you to do more.
Yeah, it might. It can.
Who knows? For a little bit at least.
It can, right?
Yeah. All right, so I got some fan questions, man. These people were going.
What the fans talking about, man?
They had a lot of questions. I remember.
Let's go.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna try my best to get them all answered. The professor's a very busy man. Aren't you going to the You said you were going to the game tonight,
Sparks.
right?
Shout out to the LA Sparks. I'm gonna check them out tonight. WNBA, man. Hey, women's basketball blowing up, bro.
It is,
bro. Women's basketball. It's a niche. It's a niche wave right now. People aren't looking at it.
Yeah, it's
It's like blowing up hard from high school to college. Obviously, that's the top, and then WNBA is crazy.
Women's college basketball is a lot more popular than people think nowadays. Like, I see the movement. And I think this year is going to be that big year where they'll get more coverage, probably more deals, you know what I'm saying, more recognition. Like, it's going to happen. Like,
well, that girl's NIL, that Angel Reese, her NIL deal is like crazy.
Yeah, more than WNBA players. So it just puts you in perspective, like, what the hell is going on over there? You know what I'm saying?
They were saying that her and that Caitlin, whatever her name is, that's like the magic and bird of. It kind of is, though. It's like the magic and bird of women's basketball. And that might take it to another. I don't know what that'll look like, but definitely another level. Yeah,
and then Haley just transferred to LSU too, so.
Oh, she's hard too.
It's gonna be a powerhouse, bro. Like, I don't know. I like that though, cause I feel like women's basketball is very underappreciated. You know?
Yeah, it gets crapped on, and it's also a lot of false narratives in there too. Though. Yeah. Like the WNBA is a good, like the WNBA will bust dudes' ass. Like,
for real, that's probably.
Dudes think that like they could, like a random LA Fitness hooper could be in the WNBA. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't. You get your ass busted.
They could shoot.
It is what it is, and also like them girls up there, it's like the top tier athletes of the world in the WNBA. They're not your standard woman. You're just saying like all women are weak or whatever. It's like. I can show you something to post you up.
Oh, no,
11
for
zip.
real. I think, what's her name? Cambridge? Did she play for the Sparks?
Liz Cambridge.
Liz Cambridge?
No, she doesn't, but she a beast, though. Asia Wilson, who was the MVP last year. We just went and saw her play live. She's a beast.
I'm sure she'll body a lot of people, bro.
A lot of dudes. Oh, are you kidding me? Like every dude, unless you like a college or pro hooper. And even in college, it's debatable, right?
Debatable.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a good question because I probably was gonna ask you, but I would have forgot. So shout out to wow, I can't even say his name, but
Bukazi.
Okay.
Bukazi Ngumbahaza. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I ain't gonna lie, but shout out to you. All right, in your prime, we'll go to your prime. How many points do you think you could drop in an NBA game? One NBA game, full rotation. You do whatever you want.
Well, I'm in my prime. That's the funny part.
You're in your prime. You would say you're in prime now.
Well, I will say this: every hooper kind of says that biasly as they get older, like I'm prime. But I gotta actually say it's true. People say I am when I was in my prime. That's just because we were playing 5-on-5, moving up and down. If I played myself at 18 years old right now, it's not even fair. Like, I actually cringe. I watched that footage. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it was lit for the moment. I was super young, but like. I didn't even have no move. I had like my move bag and like how I approach the game. I'm a much better shooter. Right. My whole attack stance is different. I changed my whole style of play in 2011. Okay. Or 2012, something like that. So like like we moved up and down more, and I was playing taller guys, so they point to that because it was like we were I'm more popular in the culture combo back then. So that's what people always say. It's just not true though.
You think you're way better now then?
I think I had better lungs. I think like my cardio for lungs was better because I only played half court unless I'm like at practice when I was working on some ones, right? So my lungs were better. Like I would say that for sure.
Okay, so
but no, I wasn't as quick because my footwork's different. It's quicker now. But Anyway,
we'll go now then. How
as
about
far
now?
as like an NBA game, oh, that's so theoretical. That's just hard, you know. If I'm like playing the entire game.
Yeah, you're a full rotation player.
Full rotation.
You do what you want. They say, you know, go out there and do what you do.
Well, I'm gonna be biased in this answer too, but I think I do well because, like, think about it. Any hooper, we both know the game of basketball is funny, right? If somebody can catch fire, they can actually play better than they actually are.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying? So like,
100%.
if I'm shooting my best, like if I had my best shooting night that I've ever had in my career,
right.
like I mean, I don't know, we going crazy. I don't know what that would be.
40?
I don't know. I don't want to say that. Whatever I say is gonna come across arrogant because like I don't even think I belong. I'm not that player that thinks I belong in the league. Like that's not even my MO. My MO was always that if you have me play against pro players, I would actually hang and go tit for tat, and even sometimes go crazy. And so my underdogness was actually my appeal. Now the new digital narrative is more like, oh, you just dominate everything. Send them to the league. You know what I'm saying? Where you like, really in that one, my whole thing was I'm an underdog, but I play against pro players and go tit for tat and sometimes go crazy. And it's like, that was enough to be like super lit with the handle and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not a player that says that, but I don't know. Anybody catch fire, you can go for 30. If you're a high level player, you catch fire, you can go for 30.
All right, for you, over under, we'll do 20, we'll do 24, over under 24.
Over under 24?
Yeah.
I hope so. You catch fire.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I belong there or like if I suit up
I
tomorrow, I'm not saying that would happen. You know what I mean? They would play me like it'd be football. You don't remember they played Lonzo Ball his debut game?
Yeah, they just let him shoot.
They hacked the hell out of him. Remember Patrick Barrett?
Oh, bro.
Welcome to the league. It was a foul, but think about it. Nobody liked his pops. The refs probably didn't even like him. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was kind of giving him an unfair shake. They play me like, you best believe I'll suit up there. It's gonna be ego ball. It's gonna be personal. So I would have a hard time getting 10. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah.
I would have a hard time getting 10 just because the physicality, every player who stuck me would be like, you ain't doing that to me.
Yeah, facts.
And I'm gonna hold you.
Yeah. No, I feel like people definitely, I feel like a lot of players definitely have some type of vendetta. Like they're doing some type of, especially if you're talking shit, like I feel they always just come out. Like when Dylan Brooks did that whole thing to Braun.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I don't care, he's old. You know what I mean?
I swear that just turned Braun up. Like, no way it did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I mean, too. If I suit up, they would be extra turned up based off the rep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's my life anyway, though, to a degree. Like, on the street, it's always mad personal when I play. It's
When
like,
you get up
some
there.
people invite me to events, and they'll be like, no, it's going to be light. We'll just chill. Just go. I'm like, this is the NBA. You know how personal this is going to be? You obviously don't know me. Like,
do you get that all the time when you do street ball, too?
What?
Like, when you go out and do street ball, like 2v2, 1v1s, like, do you get people that, like, oh, you're not doing that? I'm all over that, like your crossovers,
always,
like all that.
Oh, have you seen it? You've been out there with me.
I've seen it. I just
it was mad personal.
Oh yeah. They got dudes was like,
that ain't every game. That ain't every game for sure. But like, yeah, a good share of them. I mean, some people are just happy to play. They're like, oh, I support you. You're dope. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this run in.
Yeah.
Other dudes are like, I'm just a hooper. It's not personal. But a lot of people, it's like you ain't doing that to me. Not today.
That turn you up or
always always, man.
You feel like you play better that way, or do you like to play better at like your own pace, calm? Like someone talking to you, they're like, bro, you're not doing none of that to me, none of that.
You have to turn up. I think you have to. I think naturally as a competitor, you have to turn up. But I think like I try to approach the game already turned up, to be honest. But I am gonna go to a couple more gears if it goes there, just naturally because street ball is just cheating. You can hold, right? Mm-hmm. So like that's the one. The beauty and curse of street ball is that you can foul because there ain't no ref. You know what I'm saying? You can talk, you can fuss all you want, you can check up. Like, I remember that first time we collabed with Cash, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't actually hit the game point because they were just gonna hold, like,
foul.
you actually couldn't score the game point.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, if we win, it's here. Not even this.
Yeah.
Like,
it was
that. So they couldn't hit the game point because I'm a featherweight too, so I can't like run them over. Then they're gonna call foul on me.
For sure.
So like, it's always a little tough, but yeah, you got to turn up because that's an effect. So yeah,
I like that.
Big shout out to Cash too, by the way, man. We're trying to get another collab this
Dude,
year.
you guys got to do it back.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And Flight.
Fire.
I've been talking to Flight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We got to turn up. That's why I told you I do it too. We'll do one too. Like I'm trying to. This is my year of like strategically collabing and making better edits. Because I used to be like, oh, some dudes ain't gonna hit like that. But it's like, you edit it right, play long enough, it'll just be straight.
Editing goes a long way. You can make a boring video like turn into
especially now.
Yeah. It's a cinematic,
cheat code. Yeah.
Okay. So someone asked, during your youth years, how did you first find love for the game of basketball and your early days of working toward becoming the professor, basically the origin story? I think, did we already kind of break that
a little
down,
bit, but no, I mean, first it was my dad, you know what I'm saying? And then I saw I had a gift for it, and I just like loved the NBA, Michael Jordan, huge, you know, I'm an 80s baby, literally I was born in 84, so.
Okay,
Michael Jordan.
Before we get into that,
yeah,
Jordan or LeBron? Since you got, because to me, people ask me Jordan, LeBron, Jordan. I never got to see Jordan play, so to me, I can never give you a fair share. Like, oh yeah, Jordan's better than LeBron. Jordan, like I never got to see him play. I only see highlights. And, highlights.
Yeah.
Really.
And it depends on what Jordan. Yeah. Because even if you watch a full game from the '80s, you might not get the full shape of it.
Yeah. Like I could say like Kobe. If you watch Kobe, it was like, dog, Kobe. If you wanted to win, this man is gonna put you on his back. Like I seen it, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching. Same with LeBron. If LeBron really wanted it, he could do it. That's why when people ask me who's better, Jordan, LeBron, I'm like, bro, I can't even give you that answer because I never seen Jordan play live. Yeah. You seen both?
And I think as the future goes on, right, everybody will say LeBron as the future goes because like he's just closer to them, right? Just like before, they never were gonna get off whoever was the GOAT. You know, before Jordan, it was like he can't be the GOAT. We got Magic and Bird, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I think as it goes, and even Kobe, like Kobe's like too close to Jordan, you know. But yeah, I was somebody who always said Michael Jordan. But I think I think as time goes on, it's unfair to LeBron. He's not even done.
Yeah, he's not done.
Almost won a chip this year. He still was a top 4 teams.
Yeah.
But I think what's so dope about Bron, I don't like the convo because like now I know I met Bron. We were the same age. We always known each other. So like I feel like the convo is almost undone because like how many's he gonna go? He's gonna go 3 more years, maybe at least.
Don't even know.
Might get another chip in there. I think we don't even know what to do with him. I feel like Kobe and Michael Jordan up the ante from Bird and Jordan, and they set this bar, right? But everybody wants the GOAT to be like them, but more.
Yeah.
But Bron isn't even that kind of player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not willing to lose games and try to beat Jordan, right? Like, Jordan and Kobe would say, of course a game point. Get out of my effing way. You're going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Bron, that's not even his game. He's kind of like Magic, right? Magic didn't always do that either, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Magic did some game winners, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like that's not how he truly played. So he's ready to create for other people. Don't get me wrong, he has the most amount of clutch shots though too. That career just gone long. So I think we don't even know what to do with Bron. He's just going for so long, breaking so many records, been to so many finals. Yeah. That he's a hybrid on his own. So I think like the conversation, I think it's still open. I do think Michael's run was so flawless, and I feel like he had the whole league under pressure. Yeah. And then like you just knew he was gonna win, and then you actually had other dudes scared of him. Yeah. Kobe's not as good as Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Kobe wasn't as efficient. I saw both their runs front to back. Yeah. Kobe wasn't as efficient as Jordan. Like he had a better handle, but that didn't necessarily mean better. Yeah. He was a better 3-point shooter, but that didn't necessarily mean better. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So I think he met that Jordan bar, though. I mean, it's arguable. If somebody thinks Kobe is, I ain't gonna argue with him. Yeah. I'll just like LeBron. If somebody says LeBron's over Jordan, I'm like, man, you got some good points. Yeah. No, I feel you know what I mean? 100%. So like I grew up off MJ. Like I traditionally always would have said MJ, but I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, why? I mean, Bron's good. I mean, we don't even know what to do with dude, right? Facts. I mean, he's
still playing,
breaking all the records, and he inspires me to keep it going on a lower level. So I'm just like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? If he's the GOAT, I'm cool with that. I think there's about 4 or 5 people you make an argument for that's not bad arguments.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry for I cut off your origin story.
Oh, you good? Yeah, you good? No, I mean, it was. You know, I was a Michael Jordan fan. Allen Iverson was my first player I like tried to emulate in the league, but then I was more into AND1 than I was in the NBA. I didn't even really know it. Yeah. But I was all mixtape. If you go to my senior year, I got the mix on YouTube. I'm wearing a Thai cheese.
Really?
I'm wearing my first day of school outfit is all AND1 head to toe.
That's crazy.
AND1 dry fit shirt, baggy AND1 sweats, the slip-ons, the chillins. Yeah. These are like the first slip-on. Nike copied them with all the slip-ons, but like first ones ever. Yeah. That's my fit first day of school. So I'm culturing AND1 top to bottom. Even my backpack is AND1.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
That's tight.
So like I loved AND1. And then like the fact that I didn't even think I could belong in it. I just thought it was for the hood and for the urban market. I didn't even think a white dude even belonged in it, especially from the suburbs. Like, I'm not a white dude from the hood like I am and them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the burbs. But when it happened like that, it was surreal. But no, the origin story, man, just being a student of the game, loving it, loved Anwan, loved Iverson, loved Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that is another question I wanted to ask you is like, because, you know, for me, a lot of Asian people don't hoop. You know what I'm saying? Even, I guess, for you, like, a lot of white people...
It's a myth, right?
They
Asians
hoop.
can't hoop.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, they be saying it, but look, a lot
of
these Chinese dudes are growing up to 7 feet, man. So hopefully they could, you know, the next 10 years, we'll see a lot more Asian
well, China has a bad
there.
rap, too. You know, the CBA is a high-level game. That's a very high-level game.
Yeah.
You know, like, you even joke about, right? Dudes going to China to hoop. Like, it's
Hello, Dylan Brooks. We've been expecting you, Dylan Brooks.
like very B or C level now. It's like, oh, you got to go to China to join whack.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, dudes in China?
Yeah, they can hoop,
That's
bro.
above D1 level.
For sure.
Incredibly nice. Like, I played, you know, with Ball Up, we went and played the CBA teams, just exhibition games. Like, it wasn't, we were playing our style, but like, it was just, it was a game. It's their preseason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes are mad nice. Like,
I'm already knowing they are, bro.
Yeah.
So for you though, like you say you grew from the suburbs, like I'm sure you said you didn't belong in certain things. But like, was that tough, bro? Like, was dudes just in your ear, like talking shit maybe, or like trying to bring you down and stuff like that when you joined the N1 league?
Oh yeah,
and all that stuff.
Yeah, you know, I'm funny though. Like when I play, I be in the zone though. Like trash talk. Like I don't know that I've ever been rattled out of a game via trash talk. Like I always felt like it wasn't how I knew I could be good, so it wasn't even a part of my narrative. Like, as I went on, I'll talk trash now, but it'd be more like sarcastic, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it never has been a way I play or a way I fuel myself, but I knew that everybody else does it. So I felt like whenever I played dudes from the hood or the city or whatever, that they were gonna bring trash talk. But in my mind, it was like, they could say, you could insult my mom, I don't care, I'm in the zone, it don't even matter, you know what I'm saying? So yes, people are always talking crazy, all the time. My teammates were actually cool though. They actually really embraced me. We definitely had our feuds and our battles, you know, when I was trying out playing against them. But you know, when I got on the team, everybody was real cool, man, pretty encouraging. I think all of us were just, a lot of us were just happy to be in that position too, you know what I mean?
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. I'm sitting next to you just to ask him about that, because I used to just watch those videos, just like, I'm like, man, that is crazy. These guys aren't in the league, but they're more fun to watch than some of these dudes in the league. Like, it's just like entertaining, man. You know? And I'm actually happy that it grew. I guess there was probably a stall in between that, like you say, it stopped and everything. But man, if Hot Sauce came back, bro, he'll go crazy. Like,
Don't hold the problem, child. Don't hold the problem, child. Oh, baby, you going home. Hot Sauce.
like if he dropped a YouTube video right now playing somebody, I think that would go crazy for him.
He actually has a few on there.
Does he? Did he?
You know, the YouTube, you know, market for who's just so saturated, like we said, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he started hooping a little bit recent, last couple years or whatever.
Like, dude, if he was on TikTok or like just start dropping like these random reels, I'll be like, wow, like he would make a huge jump.
He's on IG. I'll send you his IG.
All right, man, I'm gonna check him out. All right, let me see. What advice do you have for young kids getting into the game?
For young kids getting in the game, I'd say just backing up all the way, zoom out, keeping it foundational. You just gotta, when you're young, you just gotta learn to love the game.
Yeah.
Learn to like it a lot or love it. You know what I mean? There's a difference between those two, but at least those two will keep you in it till college at least.
Yeah.
Like it a lot or love it. Be a student of the game. And then third, just put in the time. You gotta put in the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you gotta go back to the basics, right? So much like, you know, social media gets in the way, the AAU can get in the way, but just being a gym rat and like just loving the game and like spending mad time getting your reps in, that's always the way to get better. I mean, it still is today. Now some great training can help you. A good AAU team might help you get that that exposure from a college coach. You know, certain things help, but just being a gym rat and just getting like mad reps in, you know what I'm saying? Like just the fun of being a gym rat, it's underrated nowadays and you need it.
Cool. Yeah. All right, bro. I mean, that was amazing, man. Maybe we can run this back in a year. Last but not least,
shorter, bro.
I always ask people, bro, what are 3 goals you're trying to get it done in 2023?
For me personally?
Personally, man. It could be life,
personally,
it could be YouTube, it could be anything.
So, trying to get back into acting.
Okay.
I moved to LA 06, and I was a lead role in a film, and it never came out. But I learned all about the industry.
Acting.
You know what I'm saying? I winged it. I took 6 months of acting lessons, hopped in, did the movie, but I didn't get no bad reviews as an actor, and like it was cool. And so I'm trying to get back into acting, which I'm excited about. Just trying to open up a new door. And I've always done cameos here and there, gave a line, but trying to actually seriously pursue it. So that's kind of a goal. I'm actually just doing it. I'm trying to hop back in, and then you know, we'd love to get to 8, 9, 10 mil subs, you know, at best. But some of the dudes got that cheat code growth, you know, that 500K a month subs. We're trying to get that cheat code growth for real.
You got that? I think you'll figure.
Lord willing, yeah, we got to pinpoint a few things. And then for me also, actually just personally trying to have just a healthier work personal life balance. Okay. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, being an influencer, this thing can consume you to a point where you're unhealthily stressing out or dedicating all your time, and then like I forget, like it's okay to just go chill with the home, like go you can't get, not that I never do, but sometimes I go in those seasons where like I'm not doing nothing for me. It's all for the grind, because it's easy. You kind of like living the dream too. It's like really dope. Yeah. So it's like fun, but like, you know, I'm trying to just get more balance. I have to get more staff members in there so I can delegate more and have a little bit more personal work-life balance.
Okay, cool. Man, that's amazing, bro. Big shout out to Professor, you guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, man. Hit that like button. You guys know where to find them, man. Link in the description down below. Maybe more collabs.
More collabs. You know, as another goal I should have threw in there, we trying to go crazy on the collabs this year. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to Flight, I talked to Cash again, Matt, other YouTubers. We'll get one in. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, appreciate you, bro.
Hey, my bro.
Man.
Let's go.
All right, guys. Peace.